Kitchener-Waterloo.
Very much to the Premier. Yesterday, the Liberal Finance Minister was asked about whether he'd release the full Clark report, but he wouldn't give a simple answer, let alone a sophisticated answer, to this important question.
Deputy House
Will the
Leader.
Premier commit to making all of Ed Clark's recommendations public?
I think yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Yeah. So the Premier's hard turn to the right and her plan to privatize hydro makes it clear. It makes it clear that she doesn't care about good.
Please put your supplementary.
Very much. Again to the Premier. So the Premier's hard turn to the right and her plan to privatize hydro makes it clear that she doesn't care about good or fair policy or even what's in the best interest of the people of this province. She only cares about putting politics first and the short-term interests of the Liberal Party. And it's clear that the Liberals don't want to take any responsibility for the privatization of Hydro One or public utilities. We're hearing that the Clark report might come out on Thursday. We hear that we might hear everything, but you can't blame the people of this province for having doubts. In the last year's budget, they snuck in cuts to hospitals and to education. So will the Premier promise in this House that all of Ed Clark's recommendations will be released for full public scrutiny in a single report tomorrow?
Well, Mr. Speaker, my answer is yes again, that all of the recommendations will be made public. But, Mr. Speaker, I just want to go back to the genesis of this whole conversation. What this is about is making sure that we have the capacity to invest in the infrastructure that is needed in this province, Mr. Speaker. That's the starting point for this discussion. I know, and I think the member opposite knows, she lives in a part of this province, Mr. Speaker, that needs more transit, Mr. Speaker. She knows in her region there needs to be more connectivity to Toronto. She knows that the businesses and the innovators in the Kitchener-Waterloo region, they want to be able to move back and forth from Toronto, Mr. Speaker. She knows that in order for that to happen, there has to be more investment in public transit, Mr. Speaker. So that's what this is about. That's the solution that we're looking for, and the report's recommendations will be made public, Mr. Speaker.